Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spar and Brawl. I hope you're having a decent day. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Sam. We're back with a new episode of Progressive Tweets. So we're still trying out this setup. Hopefully, it looks a little bit better this time, but we'll continue to make improvements. Okay, Sam, let's get right into the first tweet. As always, timestamps down below, and please like and subscribe. So Glenn tweeting about the Hunter Biden laptop. There's been some new developments. So materials from Hunter Biden's laptop about his and his father's pursuit in business deals in China, Ukraine, and elsewhere are highly relevant. That's why pre-election CIA lies and big tech censorship were so grave. However, materials about his drug use and sex life, absent more, are not. So Sam, why don't you unpack a little bit for us?
I like to disagree there. I think highly relevant to what? If you're talking about as in like, I don't know, political developments, okay, maybe, okay, you're right. But as in highly relevant to our life, to our living, to like just enjoying, what the hell is going on with Hunter Biden? What a life, just what a life he's living. I mean, I don't know how much you know about the details, but the details are just amazing. How much of your...
No, not much. I've just seen a video that I believe is based on some of these new leaks, so like a montage of his life. Some of the stuff are not even bad stuff. I think they're all just videos that they found on his phone, but some are mixed in there that I'm not too sure what is going on. But I mean, I'm really suspicious of the video, though. I don't know. I mean, does he have a thing for guns?
I haven't seen, to be honest.
Okay.
I've just read about them, but I don't know. He must have. I mean,
because in the videos I saw guns.
The thing is, when you have a thing for crack, it opens up so many possibilities. Especially when you're on crack. So I wouldn't be surprised that he has. Does he have pictures with guns or something?
Yeah. If I recall correctly from the video, and if the video, yeah.
Man, I just love the fact that the whole part of him being in one of those sensory deprivation tanks while trying to stimulate every sensory thing that is in his body, masturbating, smoking and drinking. It's just, and what is this? Do you know what happens to your body there? I don't know, but it's fat. Like the life this guy is living, man. I mean, what a life! What a life! Doing naked, sort of. He's doing what he's got it like he's on a rehab. Yeah. Apparently, and they have a water sort of a slide or whatever, and he's doing naked water slides. He's just having the best life. I mean,
well, yeah, really, Joe Biden's son, huh? He turned out.
Yeah, well, it's more fun than his dad. His dad,
maybe Biden. Yeah,
I think his dad is one of those Catholic guilty. I don't know.
He was a wild man.
Yeah,
back in the day.
To be pre-Civil War. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's tortured too, from what I've heard from him. So yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's amazing. It's just, I mean, wow. Just well, what a life.
Yeah, no, the video too was equally weird, but yeah.
All right. But I love how some Republicans are like, no, it's a real issue. It's a national security threat. And it's not. No. I mean, what can Russians do now? Like, what could, like this guy, there's video of him masturbating while he's smoking. I think he's smoking cigarettes. I hope it's not crack. But I mean,
well, who does that?
I in a sense, deprivation. I don't know, man. What do you?
Joe Rogan must be like, he's like, that's not what you're doing there. He's going crazy, trying to send Hunter Biden messages.
Yeah, the real issue here: the misuse of a sensory deprivation tank.
I'm pretty sure that's the thing he's obsessed with. That's what he talks about.
Isn't he?
Yeah. Anyone who goes on his podcast, he'll find an angle to weasel in.
Like, I mean, look, I have the same thing with Sonos, so I can't really. But yeah, I've heard him talk about, but I don't know what they are, though. What, like, is it vacuum, you float or something?
I think it does have something to do with that anyway, but I think it helps with muscle recovery. So I'm not too sure what what Hunter Biden was recovering from.
Crack. So I mean, the idea that in this day and age you're addicted to crack, like, I mean, I'm sure he's addicted to a lot of things, but Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my, what? I mean, the best. Oh my God. They got some of his text messages. Did you hear apparently what he called, what's her name? The stepmother, Jill
No.
Biden. He called her a wild cunt.
What the fuck? Why?
It's unbelievable, man. I have no idea what's going on. The
Jeez.
level of psychodrama in this family, like, it's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
In a way, that's why in a way I kind of feel bad at the same time, because he feels like such a tortured character.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, it's just, yeah.
No, he's definitely not a happy chap, that's for sure. But damn,
I
Joe
mean,
Biden in the middle of this, I bet you he still takes like Hunter's side over Jill. No, Jill, that's not what he meant. That's not what he meant. For him, it's a good thing.
Yeah, this is a positive.
This is how he shows love. At least he knows who you are now. It took a while.
But this is like man in, but I understand, and I mean, it's I to be honest, I think Joe Biden is happy to have dementia now, to be honest. Can you imagine the psychodrama he had to get in between his wife and his like adult son?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Just wow.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What's this one about? Do you want me to tell me a little bit about it, or should I read? Or
so yeah, I thought the part that's fascinating to me is the yellow part. That,
so let me read Glenn, the yellow part, and then the other tweet as well. So Chomsky says, in his long life, he has never seen censorship in the West like that which has been imposed in the name of the war in Ukraine. Again, regardless of your views on this war, nobody should favor a closed system of propaganda. So Chomsky has written this is the highlight part. Chomsky continued, of course it was provoked. Otherwise, they wouldn't refer to it all the time as an unprovoked invasion. By now, censorship in the United States has reached such a level beyond anything in my lifetime, such level that you are not permitted to read the Russian position. It's true there. It's true there. But what did he say in the beginning? Of course, it was provoked. Otherwise, they wouldn't refer to it as an unprovoked invasion. Okay, interesting. Okay, we'll come back to that. And then finally on top, I strongly oppose Silicon Valley censorship on COVID, but it was done because there was a claim that those who were censored threatened public safety. Now there's no such claim. It's just we mustn't allow people to think wrong thoughts about a war. Okay, Sam.
Well, I completely agree with the sentiment, but I wanted to discuss it. I think we should find a new term for what's happening now. And we talked about this, I think, before, because it's not quite censorship. It's a bit more insidious than that. It's like cultural, I mean, it's demonization of an idea, but like it's tabooization of an idea. Like suddenly, it's more than, you know what I mean? Like in Iran, a lot of things are censored.
Yeah.
But we can talk about them. You are not allowed to write about them, maybe in a public newspaper, but it's perfectly legal to talk about them in public, or on, even, you know what I mean? Like censorship has a legal process. Like in Europe, I think some countries still have technical censorship in certain cases, or legal censors, or they used to at least. So this is a bit more like, when something becomes even in your community, because that's how I feel with this Russian thing as well. Like nobody's like, I know about the flow of the money, but besides that, like the reaction is just much more like, it's kind of like COVID thing, there is this, if you disagree, there is a panic towards you.
I completely understand what you're saying. So like, the distinction that you're drawing, that's interesting. I mean, but I think there's definitely censorship too, because for instance, RT, they banned it, right?
That's expected.
That's like classic, like I guess censorship. But then, you're right. There's also but all topics become like that. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a new thing, but I mean, COVID was taboo for much longer. The poor Ukraine war had like a 3-month lifespan. It's still like, hey, I'm still important. You still can't talk about me. Hello.
No. Conservative elections coming. So Ukraine, you need to shut the fuck up.
But Ukraine, I feel like, it lost
No,
its a little bit,
no,
but
no,
yeah, you're right. I mean,
yeah.
issues become, it's not that it's risky to talk about them because people will react in such strong ways to them. I mean, yeah, what do you call, they have knee-jerk reactions to certain topics.
I
And
find, yeah, like some, yeah, I don't know, but I feel like some issues suddenly become
I mean, there are a lot of
so
there are a lot
that
of
it's more, it's
issues.
worse than censorship. It's kind of like, if you
I
want
mean,
to,
your
for
favorite,
example,
one of your favorite topics has this issue, which makes it a bit hard to talk about. I'm not bringing it up because nowadays we talk about it all the time, but that's
what
one
is it?
topic where it's really hard to talk about. The
What is it?
trans topic. I mean,
Oh, you're right.
you
You're
can
right.
be.
That too.
I mean, as soon as you try
That
talking
too.
about it, you have to be so careful because if
I
even
don't
if
feel
you're
that.
really, I feel like
I
that
feel
one's the most.
no, no, wait.
It's
I
hard
feel
to
that's
get a sentence out on
controversial.
that.
Fair enough. No, no, that's very controversial, and I would say both sides, including myself, sometimes sort of have knee-jerk reactions, but it's not as widespread
Okay,
as
maybe.
Russia or COVID was in my
Fair enough.
all
No, no.
that like I know one trans person
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and
No,
I
no.
contacted them like once in the last like
Yeah.
decade. So it's I'm
No, in
just
that
saying the
sense, you're
Russian
right.
thing,
Yeah.
and this, and I would say this is like the point, like even not the Ukraine thing, but if you want to, let's say, defend Putin or say the good things about Putin's rule, which there are very few, by the way, overall, he's been like, I mean, it's just another shitty leader, who gives a shit. But like the reaction to, like, no, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's a bit different than, when they just, I don't know, it's just living in Iran, I guess it's always been, there is that big line between things that are legally, like, public, you're not allowed to say in certain public things, and I don't know, it's just where these things, it's a bit more insidious. It reminds me of, for example, when you go to a religious gathering and they're like, you here, you shouldn't, joke about this type of stuff. It reminds me of that here it's not about the legal authority, it's about the fact that they might actually revolt.
I see what you mean, but I think Russia, Ukraine had definitely lost that. Like now you can, now you can't talk about it because people are not interested.
Man, Ukrainian,
you have to remind them what you're on about if you want to talk about Russia, Ukraine.
Ukrainian ambassador in the UK or somewhere said that we're a bit worried that we might be losing support, and all the West as slowly backing off from Ukraine, saying, no, man, you're not losing support. You're not losing support. Calm down. Just stay the course, calm down, stay the course. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Macron is getting pulled by his vest by Putin.
Germans are finding like under the table ways to deal with the Russian. No, we're not buying gas from the Russian. That's not gas. That's a chemical compound. That's not gas.
What is gas? What is your definition?
What is gas? Have you read Hegel? I can recommend it. What?
And then one more thing here. So specific about Russia, Ukraine. I mean, at first this jumped at me, but I guess it's nothing too crazy. Because Chomsky said, of course, it was provoked. So I think he's saying that Russia was provoked, whether through NATO or Ukraine. Otherwise, they wouldn't refer to it all the time as an unprovoked invasion.
Oh, so of course,
yeah, he's saying because
they lie in the
mainstream.
All right, that's good.
Classic. That's probably a Chomsky joke.
Humor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a dry humor of Chomsky. You have to, it's like, what are the references for the? I get it. After reading the original text, I get it.
Let's keep on going. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this one, and I actually saw a bit of this match.
Man, this is awesome. Yeah, I love this.
I know. Okay, yeah. So Wimbledon, Rybakina, so the lady who won the Wimbledon's female championship, answered to whether she condemns Putin's war. Colin, I don't understand the question. My English is not very good. The Wimbledon champion, who has her entire family in Russia, declined to comment on the war in Ukraine. And then someone wrote, is there any precedent for corporate journalists asking an American athlete? Yeah, that's a good question. Whether he or she or they condemn the US wars. I mean, the biggest double standard, like one of like the biggest, perhaps not as important in a way in the grand scale of things is the way athletes were treated. Whereas, when it's the other way around, they're never treated that way. But, this lady is interesting, though. I thought that she switched from Russia to Kazakhstan, like citizenship because of the Ukraine war or something. But no, I saw since 2019. I don't know what kind of foresight she had or why, because she was born in Russia, why she decided to switch to Kazakhstani nationality and play under there. So I don't know what kind of insights and intelligence she's dealing with, or what was the reasoning. I didn't see the reasoning on Wiki. I didn't dig into it too much, but
she's well done to her. But man, I love her. This is a tactic used by foreign students all across the world. Whenever you're on a train and you don't have a ticket, and suddenly no English, no ticket, ticket, no English, no English, no public welfare, very good. I love this. I don't. I don't get it.
Hey man, but what a shitty question. That journalist should get smacked in the back of the head by his colleagues.
Oh, what it
like some bully journalist should do that. Just like
I know, right? Not even with a hand, with one of those heavy mics that blow. Just blow. Just take him out with one.
It's so stupid.
This is. I mean, these are the people who probably give a bad name to journalists, because these are the people I can imagine in the class. They're the people who, like, teacher wants to finish the class early, and but one more question. But what if in the exam there is a nosebleed, and then at the same time a bird fly? Just shut the fuck up, you.
But great answer. Great answer to a shitty question.
No. Whenever they ask you this type of question, and you're in a position that can actually financially, get you out, use that. If you're not, I mean, even if you're from north of England, you can go, and then they go, okay, whatever. So,
All right. Oh, Ken Klippenstein. All right. I'll try. I'll go from
Glenn tweeted that. I found about it through Glenn.
So you found it through Glenn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Ken Klippenstein, tagging someone's employer over a harmless joke about an elected official. Twitter, okay, official.
So the joke, I think that's a good place to show you.
Sorry?
The next picture on the thing is the joke.
Okay, so this is the joke.
So
right?
Let's see.
Yeah. Kamala Harris talks like she's a translator earpiece on, and it has water damage. I mean,
which
this has to be
it's not even a joke. It's really accurate description of what's going on. Like, this is
this is too funny. Okay. And it has water damage. Oh my god. Okay. So it's amazing how you used your huge platform to tone police. There's no tone policing there, buddy. A black man on what race? Okay, hold on. What is going on?
What racism?
What racism is? You really
the guy. That joke got tweeted, right?
Yeah,
that joke got tweeted. Then this guy Gregarious retweeted that, tagged the guy's employer, and said, "Do you think this guy is somebody who represents your company's values? This guy is somebody who is of that type of thing."
Okay.
So he was basically trying to get the guy fired because he made that joke.
This guy
Kamala
tried
Harris.
to get him fired.
Yeah. This guy tried to get. He tried to get the other person fired of the very, very disturbing Kamala joke.
That was at least.
I'm emotional damaged. I don't know about you. I need a couple of years of therapy, but then Ken Klippenstein and Glenn started to saying that, wow, imagine tagging someone about that.
Okay.
Imagine what kind of person does that.
It's amazing how you use your huge platform to tone police a black man on what racism is. Who's the black man? He is?
He is the black man.
Okay. You can't tell in this picture. You really show me that people like you don't care about my perspective and experiences on that subject.
No, we don't.
You're a bully that wants to silence the opposition to your far left agenda. Well, I mean, your background doesn't make you entitled to, having great positions and other having to listen to you.
That's what I hate, by the way. Yeah, like we should start viewing like culture as a completely separate thing. As like you listen to a black tone police a black man on what racism is, you really show me what the people like you don't care about my perspective and experiences. And we really don't care, not about any black man, about your individual experiences and perspective as an individual Gregorius or Mr. Jeezy, which is kind of appropriate. We don't please shut up. Or don't, just, it's funny, so maybe don't. Yeah.
And the final tweet here on top, honestly, I find it hilarious the way people on the left argue these days. He did something bad and someone else simply pointed out, but since he can't defend it, he just throws out the race card with nonsensical gibberish and hopes that closes the conversation. I mean, I think this has to be the mildest. This is probably in kindergarten when they want to introduce jokes. They go with this. Yeah. Kamala talks like she has a translator.
Yes, famously in the kindergarten school of comedy. That's one of the early. Do comedians have boarding schools they go to from age 5?
I just mean it's
Kamala Harris. Come on.
But jokes usually have a dirty side to them or something. This is
I know. You're right. Yeah, this is a very good and safe and. Very lean joke
and funny, and for sure.
Very funny, and it's accurate. It's genuinely accurate. It's not even if somebody sees that and if they would fair enough. Yeah. It's not even really off the chart. Yes. So that was it.
This and this.
You need to play this.
I don't know if people will be able to hear the sound because I didn't put the video setting that I can hear it.
All right. So let's.
Okay, if anybody can hear it, I'm sorry. He pretty much says it doesn't matter what you've done or what you do. It's what you do with what you've done. He switches the words around to sound clever. And
let
me try to repeat it. Hold on. What you've done? It doesn't matter what you've done, but what you do with what you've done. Okay, thank you.
But if there is nothing to do with but if you haven't done anything to begin with, then what the fuck? I think he's making the case for the inheritance. That's you need to have something. But I agree with the sentiment. Go up we need him to interview Kamala. These two people need to meet and just 1 hour of these two people just talking with me. We need to it doesn't matter what you did in the past if you focus on what you did now, on the result of what you did in the past. And then Kamala has to be I thought that issue was settled by now, but I realized we live in unsettled times. And
she must have thought she was so clever with that, and whoever told her that whole unsettled times thing. She thought it was so clever. I don't think
so. I think she looks so stressed and sweaty. We looking stressed, but it's not a stress. I don't know. I really. But it was a great.
And sorry about the audio. Guys, I'll fix it for next time. It's a very easy fix. Just had to press on one button, but I didn't. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. What he said made sense though. Fair enough. Me writing an English essay.
That's a good one. That's actually not too far off. But man, Jesus Christ. God damn it. We're ruled by these people.
Let's go to AOC. Let's see what she has to offer. Any background information you want to share? Or
so we're going to talk later about this, I think, in the progressive world as well. It's about the whole, Justice Kavanaugh getting harassed at the restaurant. Apparently he's been stalked too, but he's been harassed in a Washington restaurant, and he was forced to leave through the back door. So, and then AOC tweeted something.
Exactly. So the story says that, and then AOC in response to that said, "Poor guy, he left before his souffle because he decided half the country should risk death if they have an ectopic pregnancy within ectopic pregnancy within the wrong state lines. It's all very unfair to him. The least they could do is let him eat cake.
So, I mean, I really want to talk about this later in the progressive world, but I wanted to, I mean, first of all, I don't really care about justices. I hope they're harassed everywhere they go. They are some of the most awful people on earth. Supreme Court justices, I mean, specifically, they are probably top of the line, like scum, I would call.
At least at least a few of this bunch, at least a few of the current bunch, yeah.
And most of the previous ones. Yeah, I mean, there is one which was good in 60s, and like there was one which had like an interesting interpretation, which was genuinely nice. But they are awful, awful humans. Just like really, like some of the worst of the scum that they are not even political operatives. They're just such like anyways. So I hope they're harassed wherever they go. But I believe there is a. That's not true, but I would like somebody. I don't think ectopic pregnancies. I think ectopic pregnancies remain allowed.
Yeah, that's what Robbie says. I feel like if Brianna, when I heard that, I feel like if Brianna was there, she would have argued. But I believe Robbie and like others say that no, there are still like some cases that abortion, even in those states, or can be legally performed if the woman's life is in danger. But then others will point to cases and things like that. How how in practice it's not possible.
I mean, that's the thing. In danger is a bit of an interpretive term, right? So that's problematic. But the ectopic, I thought that's very clear term.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I would add also, like that would, I kind of wanted just to look at the tweet for a second. Just look, it kind of is a tweet that should be good. It's good. It has some of the, it has good construct. It has the souffle there, which is, it resonates.
About and I believe this is a reference to
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette.
Of course, if it let them eat cake type thing. So, but coming from her, coming from somebody who goes to Met Gala with Tax the Rich and, not like Carl Urban, the great, awesome guy we discussed, Tax the Rich, and then, is doing manicure as a way to resist something. I mean, I should have liked this, but the messenger, I feel like fucked the message up. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, I agree with you a little bit, but yeah, it definitely isn't her worst,
Yeah, it's just, it should have worked. I love the souffle there. I just dropping the, didn't finish his souffle. Because, by the way, these are really awful. Like, Amy Coney Barrett, I recently found out she's in a cult. Well, she was in a cult. I don't know if she's still in it. But she's in one of these weird cults where they, like, the leader decides who they marry and they, kiss his feet and weird one of these type things. Catholic order. I'm sorry, not a cult. But
and apparently the restaurant has gotten some backlash now too, because apparently the restaurant like put out a statement or a social media post or something saying something along the line that there's a time and place for everything, and politics, you shouldn't be doing this. And then apparently they started flooding the restaurant with fake reservations and all this stuff.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's better than even harassing the guy. That's pretty good. I mean, but look, to be honest, I don't think it would work though. I'm not saying I don't think it's a winning strategy to do this, but it's good. It's
because
objectively a positive thing to do in your life.
Because the justice can technically ignore everything, right? They have a job for life. Like they're not like threatened by a political vote or something like that. So protesting them is just like about, I don't know, putting fear in them or making them change their mind or something, or just wanting it to get it off your shoulders and off your chest. I think that's all it is about. Really performative or making their life a bit harder, I guess. I don't think it will affect their. By the way, there is like, if Congress wants to deal with them, they can immediately do it. They certainly have the powers. But whatever. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, so there's a little picture here. Kids, if you can read this, you must be wearing masks. Just because I'm sick does not mean you cannot do math homework. Go do your math. Your dishes into dishwasher, do not pile them in sink. Okay. Today, so Representative Katie Porter. Today, I tested positive for COVID-19. I was exposed at work here in California, in CA.
California.
Yeah.
She's the representative of California.
True. I'll vote proxy this week rather than travel to DC. I have the usual symptoms, especially a sore throat, so I'm communicating via text and whiteboard.
Wow. All right. And then, I mean, this is one of the few times your system would have worked better than if you read that. And then she put up a picture of kids. If you can read this, you must be wearing KN95s or N95. I don't. What's the differentiation anyway? But K9, I guess, or N95. Just because I am sick doesn't mean you can't do math homework. Do your fucking math. Load your dishes into the dishwasher. Do not pile them in the sink, you bitches. What the? I mean, is she sick or is she on coke? What is going on?
But I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand the first point. Why, if you can read this, you must be wearing? So is this like, how many kids does she have at home? Is that like, okay, if you can read, that means you're old enough to get the virus, so you should wear the mask, but the toddler's okay? Like,
so the kids have to wear a mask inside the house because
she has COVID, but she should wear it when she comes out, I guess, if she interacts with the kids, but if not.
That's why.
Huh?
I mean, okay, are we still trying to prevent everybody getting COVID? But they're vaccinated, I assume. Even the kids.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to get it for no reason or spread it.
Okay. I mean, all right. I don't agree with that necessarily, but I'm just the instruction. I'm sorry for the kids, man. Is this grounds?
No, it's not so bad. This is nothing.
What? This is grounds for social services.
Why?
In. This is child abuse.
How?
Your mom is sick and you still have to do the fucking dishes and math?
They don't even have to do the dishes. They just have to put the dishes in the dishwasher.
Well, that's their kids. It's hard. And do math.
I think what could help your case is the fact that she's telling them to do math and homework on July 11th. Like, math is such a normal school time homework. Like, nobody has like extra math during summer holidays, so that, or no one goes to like extra math summer classes. That's what confuses me more. If it was like, don't forget to practice your piano. Like,
no,
that would make sense.
I think you cracked it. She's sending her kids to a summer math camp.
Is that a thing? If you go to those, then you willingly do your math homework. If you go to those, then you don't run away from. Then it's like playing a video game for you.
Unless you're sent by force because your parent is Representative Katie Porter and she wants to have like star children.
But I feel like, I feel like math is
successful.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't think you can force math on your kids. Like, no matter how much you force it, they won't get it. Like, they'll get kicked out of the camp.
I think there is a whole, I would argue the whole Asia would disagree with you. There is the whole, Iranians, Indians, and Chinese people, I think, would completely disagree. I mean, their whole culture is based on forcing their children to do either math or like becoming a doctor. So yeah.
That's true. But
maybe,
I don't think it was
this
the
is
worst.
White culture catching up. Yeah.
And finally, we kind of left the best for last, but we're going to talk about this some more in Progressive World Mini next.
Yeah.
So Kim Iversen, this is a weird one. She tweeted at Humanist Report. I'm sure everybody watching this knows him very well. Mike Figueredo. And
Figurino? Isn't it Figurino?
Figueredo. I mean, at least the spelling. Humanist Report.
But Figurino is more funny.
You wrongly stated as fact that I dislike trans people. This is defamation of character. And I plan to take legal action. If I were you, I'd gather solid evidence of my dislike for trans to present to a judge. Okay, Kim, let's take it a bit easy. By the way, I wish there was in quotes what figure out Mike really said exactly, but because of the
man, it's a 20-minute video.
yeah,
I mean,
because of the fact part.
I have some of that. I actually have some of that because it was. Let's start with the most obvious fact, which I don't think either of us agrees with. First of all, legal action. This is not going to work as a defamation. Like it's like no, he gave his opinion.
Man, Kim Iversen and him in court. That's worth $1 million. I don't know. Can someone finance it, please?
Oh man, I just want
two YouTubers.
Camille Vasquez and Elaine Breakeroff or whatever her name was, the Amber Heard lawyer, just go at it over this.
Their live views would be so funny. It would be like 50,000 progressive YouTube just watching it, just like the 50 progressive.
It's all everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Pani Trotsky, what's up? It's Sam. Oh, hey. But yeah, it was. But yeah, in America, as far as I know, you can't sue people for having opinions. And I think he was giving. It's a 20-minute video. I disagree with him. I disagree with him on almost, I think, everything. He's one of the stupidest people I've seen in the world. But he's right. Like he's right here. You can't sue somebody for having an opinion in his subsequent responses. And somebody, by the way, on our channel said he does his research, or he's, he does more research than you.
Which is probably true, though.
Okay, but I would say that's another good thing for us. He does more research than us, and he's so much stupider.
Yeah,
like,
you can say that.
We're talking like single cell level intelligence here. But it was like, yeah, I think Kim Iversen, I don't know what she was thinking when this is such a stupid thing.
So
what legal action?
They're kind of losing it. I mean, because in Rising they're fighting, outside of Rising they're fighting. It's just becoming a bit too much. There's like no safe space.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. This is like a PTSD person, like a Iraq war veteran that is.
No, she came back. She didn't come back to the same Rising. She came back from her honeymoon, and there was like a civil war going on with new characters.
No, that's exactly. She's back in this, and it's just she's always in the fight and everything, and now she's maybe not as used to it as much, and then she just watches a video and she's like a PTSD person. She's like, fuck you, I'll take legal action again. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird.
Let's read the rest too, please. So she continued.
Wait. I just like to say in the video that Mike Figuerina is saying that she's, she hates trans people. And the whole issue about trans people is nobody's denying their, I think, as far as I don't know about Kim, but I don't think even Kim is denying their existence. It's the language thing. That's the point of debate. Is the language and the athlete thing, right? These are the two main points of debate, right?
Yeah.
And in that video, he refers to as Kim as low IQ, right? Okay, whatever, that's not that bad. Also goes on to refer to her as a bitch and a snowflake. Refers to Kim Iversen as a bitch. And from what I recall, especially regarding like when you shouldn't say that to a woman, especially because like in other contexts it can mean somebody who's scared, but in that context, because so and then in that video he's like, dead naming is such a serious, dead naming is one of the worst things that can happen. And I swear, I quote, he says, let me find that. Other trans people can see this and they go on thinking no one loves me. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know that many trans people, but I don't think any of them is like somebody that named me. I told generalization.
You this point I was saying yesterday. People with last time, they think they're such big advocates, and all they do is generalize everything. Next, they're gonna come and say, "No, all trans people don't like this food." No, I know they all
sushi is only option for trans people. It's the weirdest thing because it's just like as if I don't, but trans people are not some fucking bunch of pussies that need everybody's affirmation to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, somebody said the wrong name about, I should go kill myself. What are you talking about?
In
Just
progressive news.
And then again, if you're
Circle.
so worried about language, then you shouldn't call someone. Again, I call everybody everything, and they should call me everything in the book. You know, I would go for fuck it. I feel like, but or an asshole. But you know, but calling a woman anyway.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
But Kim is funny too.
Yeah, let me read a few more. So she goes on to say, if someone wants to state and criticize my opinion, that's fine. But to make false statements and present them to your audience as fact is defamatory. I'm pretty sure he has no ability of presenting as fact, or nobody sees these things as fact. Should I continue or go ahead?
No, just one quick one. I kind of agree with Kim Iversen here, and I always thought they should kind of tighten up defamation laws in the US in a bit, so that they are forced to, whenever they comment, to include the original video or original text. But he did that too. He was like running the video of them, pausing, commenting, running the video, pausing, commenting. So it was like, you know, it wasn't like if he was just commenting and not showing hers, not linking at all, maybe okay, but whatever. Just
man, this next one is really stupid. No, tell me. Free speech is giving your opinion on something, not making stuff up for clicks. I mean,
no, that's free. Really stupid.
That's also free speech, right?
Yeah, that's, making stuff up. That's like mostly free speech.
Yeah, and that's if you are, and
I mean, if you're making stuff up for clicks as a metaphor, that's like 90% of free speech is just making stuff up for money, which is clicks. So pretty much you just like all of British English literature, Persian literature, like 99%.
I'm fun with people tearing apart my opinions, but to make them up entirely, you can say anything you want, but not without consequences, says every woke liberal ever. Well, get ready for a dose of your own consequential medicine. All right, Kim, this is quite off-putting.
Yeah, that's really off-putting. I didn't read that far.
And Anna.
Oh,
Anna's
nice.
Anna.
Who's here now? The wicked witch of Armenia. The wicked witch of Armenia has come to the debate. Let's see what's there.
You accused a disenfranchised and powerless group of people who experience higher suicide rates than the general population of getting special treatment for wanting to be referred with their preferred name. Do you even listen to yourself talk?
They're talking about the whole Olaimi thing, right? So I think she's Kasparian is exaggerating.
Yeah,
but Kim has been tweeting so stupid shit that you're like, okay, whatever. And it's not the word. What is Jordan Peterson? Why is he everywhere? Oh, go up. What is that? Kim Iversen, Jordan Peterson has an opinion and it should be allowed no matter how much you don't like it or how. Okay, good own. Very good own.
Yeah. I defend your right to be an asshole to me. I don't defend the right for publication to fabricate lies and publish them on a print. All right. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, folks.
Let's talk more about it later.
Thank you for watching. Please leave all your comments, questions, criticism down below. Make sure to get to them. If not, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in our next video. Thank you.